It's a 207 nautical mile voyage from Scotland. I'm going to come around, go in there. 20 to 30 knots for more than 50% of the voyage is a lot. We couldn't do it otherwise without these headsets. It's really making a difference.
Can't imagine a more ideal set of conditions for you.
Really?
It looks awful.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yep, we got a good forecast. Uh-oh.
What?
We're not appearing on AIS. Like, we see Kevin, but not ourselves. At least we see him. All right, I'm gonna start raising. How do I sound now?
Yeah, you sound good.
I'm raising some chain so I can get the snubber off. Everything is proceeding according to plan. Can you motor forward and hard to starboard, just slow, so I can get a little bit of slack in the chain?
Forward, hard to starboard.
Wow. Come on, you.
You need more?
Yeah. Okay, you can let go. You can go back to neutral, thank you. I am putting the snubber away. Oh, I can't wait for us to be underway.
Can't wait for us not to be in 30 knots.
You know, it'll be better because we're going broad reach, so the apparent wind will be less, and it's not dead downwind. But it might be a little hairy getting out of here. Do you know what time it is?
It is 4:48.
4:48. Let's raise. I need you to motor forward.
Motoring forward.
And to starboard.
And to starboard.
Do you see us on AIS yet, on the chart plotter?
No.
That's weird. Hard port, go forward.
Hard to port. How far?
Keep going, keep going. All right, go neutral.
God.
That was cool.
Who needs your eardrums?
Oh, we castled.
Okay.
I don't know if we're free yet.
Okay. Drake is just going down below to knock down the chain. I'm gonna sit up here and make sure that we don't go to shore. If you knock a whole bunch of the chain down, maybe you won't have to go again.
Actually, I don't know why it got stuck in the windlass. It doesn't look like it's castled down there.
Uh-oh.
If you look directly ahead, you see the land on the left and you see where it ends.
Yeah.
Head for that.
Okay.
Okay, I'm seeing a lot of mud now. Neutral. All right, anchor's up. Just securing it with a line. I need to replace this with a slightly longer line.
Oh, for the anchor?
Yeah, it's a mess up here. His anchor is up. And we are underway. I think things will be fine once we get underway. You know, it's amazing that with all that wind out there, I could hear you so perfectly.
It was nice not to have to yell.
I guess we're done with the headsets, eh?
You are in the same place as me. How's the engine temperature look?
Engine temperature is perfect. Oil pressure is perfect. Helmsman is perfect. Kevin is underway. And we're in hot pursuit. Exodus, Exodus, Paragon, Paragon, 1-6, over. Exodus, Paragon, how you doing? We'll try to keep up with you.
Kevin is behind us and going to go out of Loch Harford together.
Exodus and Paragon in convoy. just as we did so many years ago. And so ends a wonderful convoy that we've had with Kevin. He's going to head over to the island of Rum. We are going to go to Killybegs in Ireland. And I look forward to when we see Kevin in the same anchorage again. And our boats go on another convoy together. Okay! So we got a little problem. This is our AIS transponder, and it is transponding just fine. Other boats out there can see us. It also is receiving AIS targets, so like I can see Kevin right there. And our VHF over here has a GPS built in and also receives AIS targets, so it shows us AIS targets there as well. All that's good. The VHF has some wiring on it that I've hooked up to the chart plotter that sends all this AIS information to the chart plotter, displays it on the screen, and that's very important for how we navigate. Unfortunately, we just discovered that it's not working, and I did some looking around and I traced it to in here where there's some wiring, and this little blue wire has been detached. That needs to be repaired, and I'm going to try to do it now. I installed all of this wiring in 2011, and I guess I should have secured it a bit better. Unfortunately, it's hard to reach in here. Alright. So that's the connector. And this wire doesn't really have much slack to play with here. Gonna have to cut a little bit of the coating of the wire here without cutting the thinnest of wires and somehow attaching it to that. I'm gonna see if I have another one of these. I'm not sure if I do. Do I have something like that? Yes, we do. Right here. Good. Give me a super sharp knife. Roger that, that sounds great. Over here, Mo's at the helm, and I am down below fixing a wiring problem with our AIS transponder. She's following you, over.
Okay, at the mouth of the lock, there's a very large island called Ray, W-A-Y. And I'm going to go to the southern side of that, where I think I'll get some lee, and I'm going to hoist my BP main there, over. We should get some calm air on the lee of that, and that might be a good place for you to hoist too.
Roger that. I think we're just going to put out our jib for now and run the engine while I'm focused on fixing this wiring problem down below. When we see you put out your sail, we'll do the same.
Roger that, okay. This is standing by until 6-9.
Paragon standing by 6-9 and 1-6.
Can I request all traffic to Heathrow or cruise is maneuvering within the harbour area? Standing by channel 60.
Hope you can see what I'm doing. I can barely see myself. I just need to scrape a little bit of this off without cutting the wire. Oh boy. Yes. I got this guy on there. I think the connection's made probably. Oh, please work, please work. I feel like a rock star, and it isn't even like noon yet. I traced the problem to that wire. I was able to put the little connector on that little tiny piece of wire, and now it's all working again. So, woo-wee! Did it. Put on that little blue connector. put them together. It was really hard because like there's no room to work with in here. I'm going to secure this better. I think I'll put a couple of wire ties on it for the moment. And whoo, yeah, we got AIS. Thank God. Wow, dolphins! Yay! Oh yeah! They're coming to say hello. You see them? Hello.
I feel like that's a good sign.
I'm gonna put the jib out. We're under autopilot. So that wiring work that I did down below fixed this. Now we can see ourselves and also Exodus AIS targets on the chart plotter. Before we were still transmitting AIS, but it was just on the little transponder screen down below at the dinette. This is much more useful for navigation. I put out the jib, now lowering our engine RPMs, perhaps go neutral. As long as we're staying over 5, I'm happy. Yeah, can feel it. All right, now we're neutral. Let's see what we do. Exodus, Paragon 6-9, over.
Well, Paragon, how you doing over there?
Absolutely fantastic. I fixed the little wiring problem. We have gone into neutral and are maintaining over 5 knots steadily with just a jib out. How are you doing, over?
Good, this island on the starboard side is called Way. I'm going to see if there's some lee there, and if there is, I'm going to hoist my main with a deep, deep reef, and then I'll turn around and head towards the Isle of Rum as you head off to Ireland.
Roger that. We're going to maintain our course and keep an eye on you.
I was hoping it would flatten out a bit down here. It really hasn't, to my disappointment, but such as it goes.
Roger that. Yeah, I'm now going to shut my engine off. I'm happy that we're over 5 knots, over 5.5 knots.
Hopefully I'll be doing the same shortly. Standing by on channel 69.
Staying by channel 69. We turned the engine off now because actually we don't want to go too fast. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, she said.
Yeah, and see we're right over 5 knots and we've only got a little jib out. I imagine we have some current assist right now.
We do.
Yeah. But it's nice to be sailing.
With dolphins.
With dolphins. Dolphins saying goodbye. Scottish dolphins. Kevin's out there raising his mane.
Oh, is this going to be a roly-poly?
This is nothing but glorious. Roly-poly. Nothing but this for the next 2 days. And get those sea legs on you. Boy, you know, I am just overjoyed that that AIS is fixed.
Yeah.
This is glorious. We are sailing.
How you guys doing, alright?
Absolutely wonderful. It's wonderful to be under sail without engine. We are going 5.5 knots, over.
Good. Okay, I did some video just now, but I don't think it's going to be very good, over.
Roger that. I got some nice footage of you with the big mountain behind. Over.
That's wonderful. Listen, you have a nice, safe, comfortable trip, and we'll talk real soon.
Thank you, Kevin.
See you later!
See you later! See you soon, Kevin. We'll miss you.
I'll miss you too, and yes, we will do it again. And then it's going back to channel 16.
Paragon standing by, 16. Bye, Kevin. So this course that we're on, we are going to stay on for the next 2 days with pretty much this wind direction or better. Right now we're closer to dead downwind. We're on a broad reach but closer to dead downwind, and the wind is forecast to only start coming more to the beam, so We'll always be on a broad reach, but it'll be closer to a beam reach, like 10 hours out, 15 hours out. And it will get strong halfway to our destination, halfway to Killybegs. It'll come up to 25 knots.
What is it supposed to be now?
20. Yeah, and it'll be pretty much 20 for like the next day. And at a certain point it might come up to 25 and it might gust to 30. But you know, on this point of sail, we were made for this. Full keel boat. We were made for this. I think I'm gonna have some macaroni and cheese.
What? It's sriracha. Did you put it in the fridge?
Mm-hmm. They fit perfectly in the fridge. Those boxes, they fit perfectly. What was that? What was the eye roll for?
That was an eye roll. And a half.
I'm just so happy right now that we are under sail and we are doing now over 6 knots and we've got the jib out and that's it. The weather forecast is for this wind direction to stay pretty consistent for the next 2 days, and we are on a run line for Killybegs, so no changes in course or sail trim or nothing. We just got to sit here and keep a good watch. All is well. Radar is working, chart plotter is working, AIS is working. What I'm really excited about is that we're not going to have engine hours on this trip, and that's fantastic. We're going to go from Scotland to Ireland without using any fuel. You know, just a little bit to get out of the harbor and then into the harbor at Killybegs. The forecast is scheduled for winds to diminish upon our arrival in the morning. So how cool could that be?
Friday morning.
Friday morning. All right. And now food. Mac and cheese. Thank you so much for making this.
Yeah. You're welcome.
So nice to just get a Tupperware and ready to go. 215 nautical miles to go.
Yep. You excited to be underway?
I am now. I was a little nervous when it was so windy in the anchorage.
Yeah.
And I was a little uncertain about like the wind strength. But then I looked at the forecast, and for like the next 7 days after today, there's nothing good.
Yeah.
Because there's not enough wind or wind in the wrong direction. So it's like we go today or we're stuck for
Or you don't go.
we don't go for another week. And that made it pretty clear to me, you know, we have to take it. I think this is going to be fine. You know, we're a full keel boat. We're on a broad reach. Even if it gets very windy, we'll just reduce the head sail. Autopilot will be able to handle it, no problem. We're gonna do fine. Ireland!
Here we come. With Scottish whiskey.
So you got another bottle of whiskey? From the distillery?
I want to say brewery too. It's stuck in my head.
From
yes.
the distillery that we went to?
I didn't get him the cheapest one, but I didn't get him the most expensive one either. Because I think the most expensive one is like 4,200 pounds.
Hopefully the further we get out, the less rolly it'll be. But even so, I think our hull is just made for this. You know, if it gets rolly, if it gets uncomfortable, at least because we're so damn heavy, the movement is slower and more gentle. You know, you can't just shake this boat because it's so heavy. This boat doesn't rattle around like a very light boat because it's so heavy. It just moves more slowly when it's being tossed around by waves, which is gentler on the crew. So one of the great things about this design. Did you take your seasickness medication?
And now I'm eating tuna. I'm sorry, but that looks awful. Beating into the wind like that. It feels windy right now. And we've got these big rolling waves that were kind of coming down, so to turn around and go in the opposite direction, it's just miserable. We've done that. Not fun. So, oh, they're having a good sail. Maybe they like that. I know people who love that sort of thing. But if they don't, I hope they get to where they're going soon. Drake just went down for a nap, and I'm going to be up here for an hour or 2 or 3 or whatever. And we are just about dead downwind, but there we go. 6.4 knots. 6.3 underway. I think we've got some current with us and will for some amount of time, and hopefully by the time the current switches we'll be far enough from land that it won't really be too bad. So I think it's just going to be a little rolly, which is not my favorite thing in the world, but whoops, there you go. Alright, time to put on an audiobook and keep a watch. There's a lot of traffic out here.